Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is the Daily Tarot for... Oh dear, I really should have got this ready, shouldn't I? Thursday. Unbelievable. The 13th of January 2022. Sorry about that. So, I've shuffled. So I will cut. And this is a major arcana reading. Death in the reverse, Chariot in the reverse, and the Star. Okay, well, yesterday's reading was about this kind of window of choice and opportunity for a new start coming in. It would appear to me that the moment has passed, okay? So we've got the Death card, which featured so heavily in that reading, now turning up here, leading this reading in the reverse. So I think that moment has now passed, and whatever it is we've chosen is sealed now. I don't want that to sound too sort of portentous, but... yeah, that's the thing with choosing and will and the coming down on one side or the other of something, the A or B. You know, once we've chosen, we've done it. And I think we've done it, whatever it is. However, we are not kind of off and running with it yet. And I can see that in the Chariot in reverse. I don't know why I'm being so sort of reticent about saying, look, you know, you choose things and then that's it, and it's baked in. Because I mean, that's life. You know, that's what happens. And a lot of it we don't even really notice we're doing it. And some tiny little choice we take one day can end up affecting things like way down the line. And it's very difficult to join the dots on stuff like that sometimes. And that's why the idea of sort of trying to trace one's karma and control one's karma is really basically for the birds, because things kind of ripple out, ripples go out from our choices in ways that we really can't track. You can track some of them, but not all of them. Anyway, we have the Chariot in the reverse here. The Chariot is the card that follows the Lovers, and that was what we topped out with yesterday. The choice. So, you know, this reaping has happened. This change has happened. We've taken our choice, but we are not yet actioning it, okay? Because that's what this card is, the Chariot. We're actioning the choice. And we can take things in a multiplicity of directions, and that's shown here by the two horses. One of my favourite readers, Gemstone Tarot, calls this two horses, one arse. Okay, and what we're doing in the Chariot is having the courage to stand here in the middle between these two utterly independent, working together, but they are independent beasts of huge power with their own will. And having the courage and the tenacity and the strength and the sheer bloody grit to hold the reins, and knowing when to tug this one and when to release that one in order to keep the vehicle moving forward. It's the start of the karmic vehicle after we take the choice in card number 6, card number 7. But here it is in the reverse. So I would say this one is in the reverse because it's happened. This one is in the reverse because it hasn't happened yet. And we have this moment of, this little period of rest within these two things before this movement starts, the movement that issues forth from our choice. We have this moment of calm, this moment of rest, but by golly, it is beautiful. It really, really is. And I don't even see much thinking going on in here. This is not where we're sort of well, not at this point in the reading. This is not sort of going, right, okay, well, I've made my choice and I could go this way and I could go that way with it. How shall I take this choice forward and let me have a good think? No, we're not having a good think about it. We're simply suspended. I get this feeling we're suspended. It's not the Hanged Man energy. It'd be interesting to see if it comes out. But there is this feeling of just sort of, I don't know, floating somehow. Yeah, it's not even suspended like the Hangman. It's just floating. It's lovely. And somehow the waters, I was talking about ripples there. And I mean, look, we can see these ripples here of what we pour into this body of water. And I mean, even the pouring from these two vessels into this river or into this stream will affect even just the tiniest bit how this stream then issues out into the sea, and what that it will affect the cycle that we see here. You know, the stream opening out into the ocean, the evaporation from the ocean into the clouds and falling back on the land as rain, percolating down through the water table into the underground streams and rivers, and then issuing forth again from the spring. It's absolutely lovely. And in this card, the star number 17, we have become part of that cycle, and we've become a comfortable, willing, natural part of that cycle. So I see a moment of floating and rest, and it's very, very peaceful and it's nice. And I think the forces that are not yet unleashed to move us forward here in the Chariot in the reverse are gradually, quietly and imperceptibly through this energy gathering themselves around us. It's very beautiful, very, very beautiful. Okay, how interesting. We had this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse yesterday. Oh, look at that. Lovers in the reverse. And the Devil in reverse. Right. Okay, well, just as this is quiet and isn't this star card energy, isn't a kind of matter of thinking, right, okay, I'm going to consider my options and sort of having kind of conscious cognitive processes about how we might move things forward with the Chariot here. It might feel, because this is not a conscious process, like nothing's happening. And it might feel like we've missed our chance, we've missed our opportunity. And I'm seeing that from the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse here. But I really don't think it's the case at all. Death in the reverse, Lovers in the reverse. A choice has been made, even if it was a choice to not choose. Sometimes that is the best choice of all. Okay? Oh! And the upshot here in this reading is the Devil in the reverse, which is absolutely lovely. It is the release from karmic bonds, if I may say. Now, the devil is often about codependent relationships and addictions, and that can be addictions with substances, behaviours, ways of thinking, ways of interpreting, ways of reacting, and other people. We can have codependent addictive relationships with all sorts of different factors. It's not just about substances or other people. It can be about a whole mindset, a whole way of looking at things, habitual reactions and interpretations of what we experience. And the way we do that, when those things become addictions, it's because we are using the addiction to protect ourselves from something. Now, hear me out. We're using an addiction. We hold on to an addiction because it insulates us from engaging with something inside ourselves that we are not yet ready to deal with. And we cover it up by saying, oh, I can't, blah, 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 blah. Well, of course, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but I have this problem, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but that's just the way it is, isn't it? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but what about him? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but I've got to, blah, 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 blah. All of these things are ways of procrastinating and distancing ourselves from something inside ourselves that for one reason or another, and there might be a very good reason for it, we are not willing to engage with. And in that respect, there is an element of choice in it. And here we have, like we had yesterday, the card of choice. Today, it's in the reverse. So I think something is leaving us. Some kind of codependent, addictive pattern is leaving us. But it's not a kind of big fanfare of, giving something up and walking away from something and finally I'm going to get this thing out of my life. It's not like that. It's really quiet. We might not even see it happening. But only card in the upright, the star. Things are changing inside us and around us. And it is about our choices and how we hold ourselves down in various ways. And a question we can always ask ourselves in these matters is, what would my life and my mind be like if I didn't have this thing in it? You can gather an awful lot of very, very useful data about that if you ask yourself that question. But something is clearly shifting. There is a release going on. And there might be a little bit of grief, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, around that. But it is good. It's quiet and it's sparkly and it's good. Right, I am going to leave that there. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.